Hello people, welcome to EduRev. So today we will be practicing questions on one of the most important chapters for Quant, that is Trigonometry. Every year many questions are asked, directly or indirectly from this chapter. The concepts of this chapter are used throughout mathematics. The questions provided here uses all the concepts of trigonometry. We all know that formulas are very important for trigonometry. In the following questions, I'll help you with the formulas and all the various concepts used. So let me tell you, if you are able to understand all the questions provided below, you will be able to excel trigonometry in exams. So without wasting time, let's start. So without wasting time, let's start and crack CAT. So the first question says what? The first question says that if 3 sin x plus 4 cos x plus r is always greater than or equal to 0, so what is the minimum, or I can say the smallest value of r? Now 3 sin x. So it is 3 sin x plus 4 cos x plus r has to be greater or equal to 0. Now, the thing is that if this is greater or equal to 0, I can take r on the other hand side. So it will be 3 sin x plus 4 cos x should be greater or equal to negative of r. Now, just see carefully what I am doing. I am multiplying by 5 and also dividing by 5. The reason I am doing this is because I need to convert this expression in form of sin A cos B, sin B cos A. And how we are going to do it? Just see on the screen. Now because I have multiplied and divided by 5 and I know that 3 by 5 is nothing, but I can take 3 by 5 as cos A. So not sin but cos A, and 4 by 5 as sin A. Correct. So now I am taking 3 by 5 as cos A and 4 by 5 as sin A. So when I am going to substitute this in the equation, I can say that 3 by 5 is what? Cos A. So this is going to be sin x into cos A plus cos x into sin A. Correct. And that is greater or equal to negative of r. Now we all know that sin A cos B plus cos A sin B is going to be what? Sin A plus B. So I can write this as what? 5 sin x plus A, that is greater or equal to negative of r, or 5 sin x plus A is greater or equal to negative of r. Now just tell me one thing. Do you know from where to where the sign varies? Now we all know that the minimum value a sine can attain is what? Negative of 1. So sine theta has to be greater or equal to negative of 1 and less than or equal to what? 1. Now if I am going to apply this to this formula, then what I can write? I have to multiply 5. This means that 5 sine of x plus A has to be greater or equal than minus 5. Correct? So if this is the expression, then can I say that the smallest value of r is nothing but what? 5. So the answer is going to be A. What you need to do is, you have to check this equation and this equation. So 5 and 5 will get cancelled out. This expression is written as this, and minus r equals to minus 5. That is, 5 is what? R. So the value of r is what? 5. So option number A is the correct option. I hope you understood this. Now let's move on to question number 2. So the second question states that we need to consider a regular hexagon A, B, C, D, E and F. So let's draw a hexagon first and try solving this question, okay? So this is a hexagon which is A, B, C, D, E and F. So we need to consider a regular hexagon, that is this, and there are two towers placed at B and D. So let's assume that here is a tower and here is a tower. So there are two towers which are placed at what? A and D. Now the angle of elevation from A to tower B, I'm going to change the color so that we can just see it more clearly. So the angle of elevation from A to B is going to be 30 degrees. That is, angle of elevation from A to B has to be 30 degrees. So this has to be what? 30 degrees. And to the top of tower D is what? 45 degrees. So this has to be what? This angle, 45 degrees. So what is the ratio of height of tower B to D? So I need to find out the ratio of height from tower B to D. Now the thing is that let the hexagon be the hexagon that is given, okay, and line AD should be what? 2A. So we are assuming that this hexagon is of side A. Now if this hexagon is of side A, then all these sides should be A, correct? And accordingly, AD should be what? AD should be 2A. So AD is nothing but AD is what? 2A. So towers are at B and D, and we know that what is the angle of elevation, that is 30 degrees and 45 degrees respectively, and we have drawn them. So now, okay, so I am going to point this as D dash and point this one as what? B dash, okay, so that you can clearly identify the triangle. So this point is B, we all know this is what? B dash, this point is D, and this point is what? D dash. Now if I say that there is this triangle B dash, A and B, so B dash is this point, A is this, and B is this. So this is the triangle which we are considering. Now I need to find the tan of this angle, that is tangent of this angle, and angle is what? 30 degree, correct? So tangent of this angle, that is angle B dash AB, should be equal to what? 1 by 3. Why? Because angle B dash AB is what? 30 degrees. So tan of 30 is what? 1 by 3. Now B dash B will be what? A by root 3. Correct? So B dash B is going to be what? A by root 3. We know what is tan of 30 degrees, that is 1 by 3. And applying the trigonometric principles, I could find out that what is the height of B dash. So the height of B dash is what? A by root 3. Now in another triangle, that is your triangle AD dash D, that is this triangle. This is the triangle that I am talking about. So it is what? It is AD dash D. So this is the triangle I was talking about. So in this triangle, that is your D dash AD, tan of this angle is going to be what? So tan of this angle is going to be 1. Why? Because this angle, that is angle D dash AD, is nothing but 45 degrees. And tan of 45 is what? 1. Similarly, applying the trigonometric principles here itself, I know that D dash is nothing but 2A. Correct? So now I need to figure out what are the ratios of height. So I wanted to find out the ratios of height from B, that is A by root 3, and to A. If I am doing the ratio, then it will be what? 1 by 2 root 3. That is nothing but option B. I hope you have understood this. Now let's move on to next question. So the next question states that in the following figure, that is the figure that is given, the sheet of width W is folded along PQ such that S overlaps R. Okay, so R is going to overlap S. The point is that this point, that is the R point, will be on top of point S. Now when this happens, then PS and PR will overlap each other. And when this condition is happening, then the triangle PSQ and triangle PRQ will be congruent. So in that case, we will be using properties of what? Congruent triangles. Now let's get back to the question, understand what the question says. So in the following figure, the sheet of width W is folded along PQ such that R overlaps S, and length of PQ can be written as what? So we need to figure it out. Now I know that S and R are going to overlap, so these two triangles are going to be congruent. Therefore, angle QPR will be equal to alpha and angle SQP will be equal to angle PQR will be equal to 90 minus alpha. So angle RQT will be what? It will be 2 alpha, that is 180 degrees minus 180 degrees minus 2 alpha, correct? So this will be equal to this. Now the thing is that from the figure, if these two triangles are congruent, if this is alpha, can I say that this is alpha? Yes. And this will be what? 2 alpha, correct? So in triangle what? QRT, can I say that QT equals to QR cos 2 alpha, correct? I'm going to apply the property and write it out. And in triangle PSQ, I would say that SQ equals to PQ sine alpha, and this is equal to what? This is equal to QR, correct? So W is what? Width, that is QT plus SQ, correct? So W was what? Width. Do not forget that W was what? Width. And this will be equal to what? PQ sine alpha cos 2 alpha plus PQ sine alpha. And this will be equal to what? PQ sine alpha 1 plus cos 2 alpha. Therefore, it will be what? W upon sine alpha 1 plus cos 2 alpha, correct? So this is what is going to be the length of PQ, and it will be written in this form. I hope you understood this. Now let's move on to next question. Alright, so let's start with question 4. Now a man standing on top of a tower sees a car coming towards the tower. So let's suppose this is a tower and this is the man that is standing on top of the tower. If it takes 20 minutes for the angle of depression, so let's suppose here is the car and the angle of depression is going to be what? This is going to be the angle of depression, that is the angle by which this man is viewing the car. Now they are saying that the angle of depression initially was what? 30 degrees, okay? And it changes to what? It changes to 60 degrees, that is this angle is nothing but this angle is 60 degrees. So they are saying that this angle changes from 30 degrees to 60 degrees in how many minutes? In 20 minutes. Then we have to do what? And let's suppose that this is nothing but this is h, okay? Now the angle of depression changes from 30 degrees to 60 degrees in 20 minutes. So we need to find the time of the remaining, the time the car is going to take to reach the end of the tower. So let's suppose that this distance is A and this distance is B. Alright. Now if this is 60, so this is going to be 60 degree, and if that is 30, then this is going to be 30 degrees. Therefore tan of 30 degrees is h upon A plus B, and tan of 60 degrees is h by B. Therefore, A plus B root 3 will be B root 3, and A plus B will be equal to 3B. Therefore, when I am going to solve this, it will be that A is nothing but A is equal to 2B, or you can say that B is nothing but B is A by 2. Now since the car takes around 20 minutes to travel a distance, so time taken to travel B, that is A by 2 distance, is going to be what? 20 by 2, that is nothing but 10 minutes. So the correct option is option number B, that is 10 minutes. I hope you understood this. So now let's move on to the next question. Now question number 5 is on the same grounds as of question number 4. So it will be easier for us to solve this. So this question states that a student is standing with a banner at top of a 100-meter high college building. So let's say this is the college building and this is the student who is standing on top of the college building. Now let's suppose that the height of the building is h, which is obviously given to us as 100 meters, and let's say that the height of the student is x. Now from a point on the ground, so let's suppose that the point on the ground is this point, okay. The angle of elevation of the top of the student is 60 degree. So in the previous question we talked about angle of depression. In this question we are going to talk about the angle of elevation. But in the previous question I explained that what is angle of elevation, and I hope you people remember it, but in this question again I'm going to tell you that angle of elevation is when from a particular point someone is looking upwards or someone is directing upwards, in easier words. So the angle of elevation from a point on the ground to what? To the top of the student is 60 degree. That is, this angle has to be what? 60 degrees. And from the same point, the angle of elevation at the top of the tower is what? 45 degrees. So from this point to this point, this angle is going to be what? 45 degrees. We need to find out what? We need to find the height of the student. That is, we need to find x. Now the thing is, let's assume that the distance from the building to this point is d. Okay. So what we are going to do is, if I write tan 45 degrees, it will be equal to what? H by d. We know that tan 45 is 1. So it will be 1 equal to 100 by d. That is, d equals to 100. Now similarly, if I take tan 60 degrees, what will be tan 60? Tan 60 degrees will be nothing but it is root 3, and it will be equal to what? 100 plus x upon 100. Now root 3 is 1.73, so 1.732 into 100 will be equal to nothing but 100 plus x. That is 173.2. 173.2 minus 100 will be x, that is 73.2 meters will be x, that is height of the student is 73.2 meters. So I hope you people understood this question. If you want to practice more questions, you can go to EduRev and practice your questions. You can also buy EduRev Infinity to unlock all the logged contents, that is videos and documents and tests, and ace your exam at less than 80 rupees per month. Thank you.